Would I ever take steroids again? Gun to my head, pull the trigger. I really don't think. No, I mean, I've told my family extensively if something happens to me, if I end up in the hospital, unless they are to save my life, I am not to have steroids ever again in any form on any part of my body, ingested or otherwise, unless it's saving my life. No way.
Hey everybody, hola, bonjour. I don't know, I'm watching Emily in Paris, so that's all on my mind. What's up guys? Bree here, creator of Preventable, and you are watching Where Are They Now? And okay, so this person, I am grateful for TSW because of this person. I talk to this person every day, so this is like a conversation that we have basically every day. Like, I love this person so much. Melissa, welcome.
Hi.
I love
I
you.
love you
Love you
too.
so
You're the best thing to
much.
come out of TSW.
So I love that you're one of my last interviews, and I feel like I did the same thing. I saved you for last for the shoot.
When on your trip.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I was like, we're gonna have so much fun.
Yep.
So I sort of saved you as one of my last ones. But what's up? What's been going
You
on?
know, COVID life, hanging out in my apartment as I do every weekend.
And I know a lot of people haven't seen you since the documentary, but you're rocking a new hairdo.
It's new.
That's
It's
mm.
new. It's great. Actually, at the end of the documentary, it was like the picture was
It was
green,
green.
but since it's gone through several phases and now we're back to green.
Like,
So
she's had some awesome hairdos, guys. Like
yeah.
all the different colors. You had like a rainbow kind of thing going at one point.
Yeah,
So
that'll be back.
you've been having fun with the hair.
Yep.
And does that bother your skin?
Um, It does sometimes. If I like, so this time I got it done. I did not bleach it. We just kind of freshened it up. So my scalp is great. It's in wonderful, perfect condition right now. The next time I go get it done, I will probably have to have it bleached. And then I just fully expect irritation, but it's usually like it lasts a few days, maybe a week, and then it's back to normal and it's fine. And so it's totally worth it
Yeah.
because my hair's fabulous and I
Yes,
love it.
it
And,
is fabulous.
and
Like
it, yeah.
you use dye. Like my hair is from Overtone. It's like a conditioner.
Oh yeah, you just like put it on.
Yeah. So I mean, my hair is bleached. Like the parts that are you could see like the
Mhm.
reddish color I have in my hair is bleached. But then like I use the Overtone conditioner because
Yeah.
oh my
No, I like go and get it done and have the whole experience. And it's my one like treat yourself thing that every 6 or 8 weeks I love to go do and change it up and
yeah,
have fun with it.
like yeah. It's one of the things I love about her hair. The fab. So I mean, I've actually gotten to see you since the documentary.
Yes.
Because one of the things I tried for my skin was a stem cell injection. Um, I had spoken to someone who had done it before, and one of the it was an IMAC center. That's what it was called, and one of the centers was in St. Louis, where Melissa is. And literally, they're like listing off places like, where would you want to go? Because there wasn't one in Florida. And as soon as they said St. Louis, I was like, oh, sold, sold, going there.
Yep.
And that was back in
January
January of 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't the COVID year. It wasn't our
Yeah.
20.
No.
Um,
No.
but yeah, so that's the last like official time I've gotten to spend with you.
And it snowed, remember?
It
You
did.
got to like experience the snow.
It did snow. I loved it. We were at that like a little antique shop or something.
Oh yeah, Green Shag.
Yeah. And we walked out and there was snow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sadly, it didn't like help too much with my skin, but I definitely enjoyed the trip.
We had a fun time.
Did have a fun time.
Ate lots of pickles and
It was needed. It was like a little getaway.
yeah. And I had my own place this time.
Yes. Cause yeah, during the documentary I stayed at your parents' house.
Where I was living, yeah.
And then this time I got to stay with you.
Yeah.
So you have your own place now. I have
my
own place now.
We're doing it.
Oh my gosh. And you have a new companion.
I do. I have a little dog named Stephanie now. And during TSW, I actually, at the beginning, I had a dog and I couldn't touch him. I couldn't hold him. I couldn't physically walk him. I couldn't do anything. And so I've been really wanting a pet, and well, specifically a dog.
Yeah.
Cats are cool, but I definitely wanted another dog, and I finally made it happen. And she's perfect, and she's wonderful, and her name's Stephanie.
I love it. Stephanie with an F, right?
Yes. Yeah.
No, but I love it. I want a dog.
And I have not had one single second of irritation. She sleeps in my bed. I brush her. I pet her. I don't have to immediately wash my hands after touching her. Nothing about her has affected my skin or just general allergies or anything. So it's like a whole new world.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm hoping. I really want like a wiener dog or one of those little like Italian greyhounds or something. So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, you would love Stephanie. I can't wait for you to meet her.
I can't either. I'll be coming at some point. I'll be there after all this COVID nonsense. So
yeah.
But since you talked about your skin and like being great with Stephanie, since the documentary, have you had certain flares?
I have. I was still flaring pretty often when we filmed, and I remember when you came, it was like summer, and summer in St. Louis is hot. Brutal.
Oh my gosh.
It's really bad. We were both in like not a great state. So then they sort of were more spaced out over time. And my last big flare was about 6 months ago. So in May, I'll be 7 years into TSW. And my last big flare was my neck and a little bit of my face, but mostly neck and chest. And that's where it's pretty much been focused for the last, I don't know, year or so. My legs are completely clear. My arms are completely clear. Like I said, I get irritation with my scalp sometimes, but it's typically because I'm using, chemicals and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. Like when we talked about doing this video, I had to like really think like, when was the last flare? And luckily I've continued taking pictures. I don't document on my Instagram as much anymore, but I still do take pictures of it. And usually it's to send to you and whine and complain and have a moment. But so 6 months, no big flares.
And I'm crossing my fingers because like you said, I'm like 6 months behind you.
Yeah.
And girl be going through a flare right now. By the time this airs, I'll have been through my first surgery because I have to have hip surgery. And I have to have like blood work done next week, or this week in 2 days. And then next week is my surgery. And I'm over here like my arms are all crazy, my neck, and these doctors are gonna look at me like, "What's wrong with you?"
Of course, they all do, right?
He's like, story of our life. You want some steroids for that?
We can fix that right
up. So yeah, I'm kind of like crossing my fingers that, I do want to do some like research and tests for my health in general to see if there's something that I can do. But I'm looking at you and your beautiful skin, and I'm like, oh my God, please.
There's just a touch of makeup, but I mean, for the most part, this is my skin.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. And I love the
I do
glasses
too.
too. The glasses, like everything, like the whole look.
Oh, thanks.
Just so very
Thanks.
pretty.
It's weird to like, I don't know, be able to like do this stuff now. I didn't wear makeup at all. Like not, I mean, I was never a big like makeup person, but couldn't wear any, for like a few
Years.
years.
Yeah.
And then, I started working and I was like, oh, I'm gonna like see people and I can maybe put some makeup on. But when I first started working, like coming out of TSW, when I went off of disability and I started working, I was still having flares. So there were definitely days where I would go to work and my bosses would be like, "Oh, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm great. I'm fine. I'm here." And oh, and I should also say, after like I don't know, I guess it was like 3 years on disability, I have not missed one single day or moment of work because of my skin. Like it has not kept me from doing any activities. It's not stopped me. Like I don't know. It's just not been a problem, and it's bananas. Like I can't, it's hard still to like comprehend that it's just not an issue anymore.
Awesome.
But
So awesome. And just so everybody knows, what is it that you do for your job?
oh, I'm a nanny and I love it and it's wonderful. And before TSW, I was a teacher. I was an early childhood teacher. And I started TSW and 2 weeks in, I had to stop working because it was so intense. And I was so sad at losing that part of my life, and my co-teachers and my kids were my part of my family and I loved it so much. And I just kept thinking like, I can't wait to get back to my classroom. I just want to get back to my classroom. And then kind of in a roundabout way, like I just sort of fell into nannying. And at the time it felt like it might be a good way to ease back into working in a little bit more comfortable environment. And I was working for people who had known me for a long time, so they knew my situation. And turns out I love it and I'm really good at it. And
Yes, guys. Yeah, she is.
and it makes me so happy. And I do miss teaching still sometimes, but I get to do all of those things on a smaller scale and in a more intimate way, and have stronger bonds with fewer kids. And you're a teacher. It's like, I don't know, take everything that you love about your job and you just get to give it to like a couple kids and just really intensely focus on that. And it's wonderful.
Well, for you, it's like, because she'll post stuff on Instagram, guys, and I'm like, can I have a nanny like that? Like,
You are not the only person. I get messages from my friends like that all the time, people who don't have kids. They're not talking about me working for them. They're like, can you come be my nanny?
yeah, like
Um,
the cool like foods that you make, the little experiment things that you do, all the little arts and crafts. I'm like, bro, why didn't I get that? Like, man,
I have a lot of fun at my job, so
yeah,
it's been great.
I love it. I love it. See, guys,
Life
TSW.
after TSW.
Yeah, man, I love it. So, one other thing,
Mhm.
um, because both of us, of course, were divorced through this.
During TSW,
Yeah. What has it been like now? Like, especially with COVID and everything. Like, what's dating life been like?
Dating is terrible. It's an actual nightmare. But TSW, as it turns out, is not the biggest problem with dating. Like there are so many other things that make it terrible. And I did, I had a partner for a couple years, kind of I say post TSW. I feel like I'm still in it because I don't know, it just feels like a thing that's never really going to go away. But, and he was amazing as far as like my skin and everything went. Like it, I think sometimes our partners try to be fixers And he was definitely that. And I appreciate that so much. But as a lot of us know, like a lot of times what you need is somebody to just go, okay, just be sad, cry it out. Like, I'm here. What can I do to make you comfortable and not find a solution? But I'm thankful for that and that relationship and all of that. But now I'm kind of trying to figure it all out again. And it's not just like, now TSW is not so much of the issue. It's that I'm 35 and like but I also don't feel 35 because of TSW.
No.
So that's bizarre as well. Like, I don't know. I feel like now I'm kind of getting off topic, but I feel like, TSW sort of robs you of this huge chunk of time of life. And especially when a lot of us lose a partner, whether it's just breaking up or divorce or whatever. I mean, there's an alarming percentage of us lose our partners, and having to like go through that, focus on my health, get myself healthy. And then, then I come out of it and I'm like, well, I'm not in my 30s. I'm in my 20s. Like, that's what I felt like.
Yeah.
Because that's where life sort of paused.
Yeah.
When I got sick. So, I don't know. I'm, hopeful that things will get better, and hopefully when COVID is not, ruling our lives, I can make a better effort. I don't.
Well, no, it's
all
I mean,
tricky.
I got lucky. I found my partner where I work.
Right. Well, right. And guess what? Nannies don't generally meet people where they work.
Yeah. So not good nannies.
No, I mean, it's, I'm in somebody's, especially with COVID right now, I'm in somebody's house all day, every day, me and the kids and the parents, and that's it. Those are really the only people I see.
Yeah.
You don't really see my family. I don't see any of my friends. It's definitely, it's weird because when the whole COVID lockdown, quarantine, when all that first happened and people were like, freaking out about it. I remember one of the first thoughts I had was like, me and my TSW people, we've been training for this.
Right,
like,
we're good, man.
Right. When I was in the thick of my TSW, I did not set foot in a public place, a store, a restaurant, nothing for 2 years. Like, just didn't do it.
Yeah.
I would let a select few people come into my home. I would go to my parents' house occasionally, but so this is not, I don't know. It sucks, but it's not like the worst thing. Because guess what? Right now I'm stuck in my apartment, but I can move my body and I can play with my hair, and I can there's just all these things that I couldn't do in TSW. So it's, I don't know.
No, I think TSW gives a perspective that other people don't get to have.
Absolutely.
Like, things aren't as bad as they seem. Like, even right now, like, I'm flaring. It sucks. I've been super busy with many different things, not just with my work that already takes up so much time. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, I've been through worse. Like, I can survive this. It's gonna be fine. Because then sometimes, like, not that anybody else's pain gets, trumped by what we've been through, but sometimes I look at people, I'm like, why are you whining? Like, stop whining. Stop your whining. What are you whining about?
Right. Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely an interesting perspective to have on health, life, like just life in general, relationships, all of those things, because there's so many things that I feel like are sort of unique to our situation. And I think that's one of the reasons though that this community is so strong, because and so like for the most part, like, you know, just really there for each other.
Yeah.
And that's, like I said, you're the best thing to come out of TSW. Like I don't think I would be here if I hadn't met you. Like I really don't, because it was really bad. You know, it was really bad. And we, unfortunately, we're both going through the same terrible stuff at the same time. And I'm just so thankful for that, because of the thousands of people in our group. Like, I found you.
Yeah. My TSW
So,
soulmate.
I know. So, yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
not all bad, guys. It's not all bad. Find your person in the group. Just,
yeah, man.
it's so important.
No, you've been like, again, I talk to her like every day, guys. Like
Every day.
whether that's through Messenger or stupid memes on Instagram or
And
what.
we know that if the phone rings, it is important.
Yes. If the phone rings, you're like, oh my gosh, what's
You're
happening?
like, stop everything. Bree's calling. It's important.
But it's true.
It's true. Yeah.
Super, super thankful that through the mud and the muck, you find good people, you find your person, you find
somebody who gets it. Yeah.
To send pictures to, so we can.
You're like, can I show you my butt that's flaring? Yeah, absolutely. Send it through. Like, let's look at this. Or, you know, me going, excuse me, I have a secret that I need to tell someone, and you're the only one.
Yep.
So, yep.
Big part. Well, before we conclude, is there anything that you would want to give to TSW people, whether that's advice or anything like that, to share?
I think the biggest thing is, and for some reason, I feel like there's people that don't like hearing this, but time, guys, time. Stop trying to solve the puzzle that none of us have all the pieces for. Like, just stop. Eat what you want, make yourself comfortable. Like, obviously, if you are eating something you know it's making you flare, don't. But like, I think I'm not as active in the groups as much anymore. But I feel like a lot of times when I am in the group and what I'm seeing people post and questions I see them asking, it's always like they're looking for a way to speed it up or make it better. Yes, an answer. And guess what, guys? There isn't one. This is just, nobody knows exactly what's going on, or there's no magic way to speed this process up. Like, each of our bodies are different, and like, we're all going through the same thing, but our bodies are different, and we have to just let our bodies do what it needs to do and go through what it needs to go through. And it's going to be painful, and it's going to take a long time. And yes, there are people who have healed in less than a year. And guess what? Some of us are 6+ years in, and we are still dealing with some of this stuff. And that's just the reality of this condition. And I sometimes just want to like shake people and go, just give it time, you know?
Like comfort measures.
It is. And like, I will say, for me personally, I ate whatever I ate, garbage mostly, like, because it was comforting. I let my skin do what it needed to do. I didn't work. If I felt like I needed moisturizer, I used moisturizer. If I felt like I just wanted to leave it and let it be dry, I did that too. Some people live in the bathtub. I did not. I did somewhat, but I would a lot of times just only put my legs in. Like, none of us are gonna go through it exactly the same way. And what's comfortable for you might not be comfortable for somebody else. And the worst thing that we can do as a community is to try to make each other feel bad or wrong, or like, I don't like it's so important that we stick together and support each other. It's because all of us are in such a dark place when we're in the thick of TSW. And it's scary for me to think about where I was mentally at that time. And if, like I said, again, like if I hadn't found you and I hadn't had my family being so supportive and not questioning what I was doing, I would not be here. I would absolutely not be here today because I could not have done it. So be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and give it time. A lot of time.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Not the answer anybody wanted, but that's it.
But yeah, like I think I was talking to my boyfriend even just yesterday because I bought so many new clothes this year because I never used to before life, but now I'm like I gotta boo, like I want to like not just wear my front plate clothing all the time, my TSW clothes I call them, but like in this flare there are certain clothes that I gravitate to because I'm obviously comfortable in them. And I always joke because like he called it my boy sweater or something. And I was like, you know what? But I love this boy sweater. Like, this is my jam right now. It doesn't like stick to me or anything. Like, I'm happy. It's comfortable. It's not too hot, but I'm like good in it. It covers up my arm. Like, and so I was just laughing with him. It was last night. I was just laughing with him because it's comfort. Like, do what makes you comfortable.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the best you can do for yourself, because the stress that you like when you're trying to figure it out and find a solution is only going to make things worse. So be cozy, be comfortable, you know.
And that's where I'm at right now. I have so much stress going on, plus the surgery, and I'm like, oh my God, these people are going to look at me. I'm crazy.
You need to go get your Spidey blanket and just wrap yourself up and
right here, guys. Look, this is what she made me. She made me this. This is for me.
That's how you send your long distance friend a hug. You just knit them a blanket they can wrap themselves in.
Knits, guys.
Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that in TSW. It was something I did before TSW. And then because my hands were so bad and, you know, I just, I couldn't focus mentally. I couldn't knit, and I am back to knitting. So.
And it's fabulous, guys. If you need anything, like if you want a comfy blanket, she will knit it for you. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would love to send some TSW love to anybody who needs a little cozy snug.
Because this thing, man, I use it all the time. For real.
That makes me so happy.
This is my blanket. I even have like hair stuck on it. Like there's probably food somewhere in it, you know. I don't know. But I love it. So thank you, Melissa.
Thank you. All
right.
You're amazing.
I heart you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing.
And I'll probably like, you know, text you later.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll talk at some point later today.
All right, girl.
Love you.
Mwah. Bye, guys.